out of the old hairpin.
Oh no!
JC's going to send it? You bet he is. Oh, look at the Aston, just with the nice little battle here. Carrying huge speed through the crater curve.
Aston runs wide and he's in the grass.
Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Oh, almost side by side through there. Hello and welcome everyone. This is season 6 of Race on Oz. We are round 4. It's the PS5 division tonight. We're going around Brands Hatch again. So last week in the PS4 division, those boys did it. Tonight we're going to be doing it in the PS5 division. So looking forward to this one. We'll see what we've got in store. I've got some good news. I've got some bad news as well. I don't know what you want first, but the good news is that we don't have to do the chase cam this week, so that's pretty exciting. The bad news is we still don't have a broadcast mode, so I can't necessarily stream it in the broadcast camera. So it's a bit disappointing, but I think we've made a little bit of progress here in terms of the different cameras. So we're going to do on board tonight. It's going to be a little bit of test and learn, so just bear with me as I go. I'm flying solo tonight, so last week I had a couple of co-commentators, not tonight, it's just me by myself. So stick with us. Should be in for a good evening, as we usually are at the PS5 division as well. So, and most races in this league, on this YouTube channel. All right, let's jump into it. So let's have a look. Last round's results. So was that man again, Jamie for Bruce Hale Racing, who took out the victory. He was managed to lead home. Vic Chan for Games and Racing Team in the Lamborghini, a good 13.5 seconds. Vic did make that mistake earlier on in the race and kind of robbed us a little bit of the opportunity to see those two battle it out in the front. But that's racing. That's just how it goes sometimes. And all credit to Jamie as well for taking out the victory. Javar in the Porsche for Coach Dave Academy. He came home in a very, very solid third place. So he's continued to impress since making his debut in this league this season. Slambo in P4, so he actually took out victory he did take out victory. He was very, very competitive last week in the PS4 division for Pagny Next Level. Did the right thing by the team by giving up his position in the end there as well. So he came in 4th in the Audi last round. Barters for Coach Dave Academy in the Lamborghini in 5th spot. In 6th was everyone's favourite Burrow Dog for Games and Racing Team in the Bentley. Then you had K-Man in a very, very solid 7th, so down a couple of spots. He did qualify pretty well in 5th spot, but ended up in 7th there for Selby Acoustic. Stu Car for Games and Racing Team in the Bentley. He started in 11th spot. He finished in 8th spot just there as well. Then you've also got Riggsy, so he was absolutely sending it left, right and centre last round as well. In 9th spot, and Eagle Wind rounded out the top 10 for Pagny Next Level in his Bentley. Then you had Jamp on Sickle, Metal Steel, Mr. and Wilson, JCRTR, Black Falcon, Someone Awesome, Hooligan and Andrelli. The last two there were DNFs. Alright, that will take us now to the championship standings. Let's take a look as they get underway. So this is for the teams championship, where Coach Dave Academy started off pretty well there, continued that run, but you can see Pagny and Next Level just sort of continued to cruise out in front. They've got a pretty healthy lead considering it's round 4 of 5. They're going all right. They had a good haul of points last week as well, so 812 points is their position right now. On top of the table, Coach Dave Academy on 754 in 2nd spot. Games and Racing Team in 3rd spot, so only 10 points behind CDA, so still up for grabs the 2nd spot there. Bruce Hale Racing, I want to have a decent performance tonight to try and sort of see if they can claw their way up towards the front for the finale at Bathurst next round. And then Selby Acoustics down the bottom in 5th spot on 659 points. Alright, let's have a look at the all-important driver standings. Jamie, who's well out in front at the moment. So 121 points in total to be in P1. A very, very nice position to find himself in at this stage of the championship, heading into the final 2 rounds. Slambo, once again, giving him a run for his money, though, on 116. And Jambos Sickle, who's had a great season there, he's in P3. So you can really understand why Pagnian Next Level are doing so well in the teams championship, with drivers considerably nice and high there in P2 and P3 in the drivers championship. K-Man, who's had a very, very serviceable season there for Selby. I was speaking to him last week. He says he's going to have to actually try now. He's in a chance to get a minor placing in the championship. He's there in 4th and 5th. Here's Vic Chan, so he's had a couple of mishaps this season, hence his position down there in 5th spot. Metal Steel, not too far behind him by 6 points. He's representing Coach Dave Academy, the first run. And then it's a couple of Games and Racing team drivers. It's Burra Dog and Andrelli, so 86 and 84 points respectively. Mr. N. Wilson, I think that's a decent showing for him this season there on 83 points. And someone awesome representing Selby Acoustics. He's tied on 83 points with him. So that gets the standings out of the way. We don't have too much longer to go here, folks. We've got 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. We've got 17 drivers in the lobby, so we're all set for a big evening. Let's have a look at the circuit, shall we? So it is Brands Hatch. It's 9 turns. It's 3.9 kilometres. To steal a phrase, a turn of phrase from my co-commentator last week, Jamie, it's the track that does require some big cojones. Definitely around the Sector 2 as well, as you make your way through around Hawthorne, Westfield and Sheens, and into Stirlings as well. So some very, very fast, free-flowing corners. It's an old school track, so not much runoff around here. Safety was a bit of an afterthought when they created this one. This is sort of a throwback circuit. Very relentless though. There's not a lot of time to breathe on this lap. So although it is only 9 turns, it is a very, very relentless circuit. So it's going to take full concentration for the full 60 minutes tonight to make sure you get yourself around there, get yourself in one piece, and see what sort of result you can get yourself. So whoever wins tonight definitely is going to earn it. All right, in saying that, let's take a look from the driver's perspective. Let's throw it over to Adman, who's going to take us for a hot lap around the circuit.
Well, here we are, guys. We're at Brand Hatch, round 4, PS4 and PS5 series, as we make our way to the last corner to go down Bradman Straight. Coming down here, we want to position our car in a Paddock Hill bend into the middle of the corner. It's got a dirty off camber, definitely don't want to hit that, as it will throw you out in the gravel patch. Take it out as wide as you can as we make our approach up to Druids. Brake just under the bridge here. Keep it nice and tight as we go around. A little bit of oversteer. Make our way down to Graham Hill Bend. Brake just after the marker. Just watch out, there's a bump there on the left that I've just hit. It does unsettle the car. So we make our way down to Sturdy's. Brake just after the marker. Take a wide apex. Stay off that curbing. Go out wide here, but there is a bump there as well that will unsettle the car. You'll lose at least half a second if you go over that. Make our way down Hawthorne Hill. There's not a lot of time to rest on this track. Brake in between these 2 markers, drop down to 4th gear. Take it out as wide as you can. Track limits could be an issue as we make our way down to Westfield. Cut across this track as we make our approach up to one of the hardest corners on the track at Sheen Curve. So brake in a straight line, get off the gas, power through there. Coming into Stirlings, want to drop the left-hand front wheel on the curbing here, which will help guide the car around, and make our way down to the last corner. So to brake the straight line again, 3rd gear, let it drift out wide, make our way back across the start-finish line. There's a lap of Brands Hatch. Good luck to all that are racing tonight. See you on track, and good luck.
Alright, so big thank you to Adman for doing that, who has been doing it all season. So he's not able to race with us tonight, though. He's on I believe, a work retreat, if you like, a bit of a team building exercise up in the Dandenong. So it's pretty chilly up there this time of the year. So I hope he's taking care of himself, enjoying his time as well. So That pretty much wraps up the pre-show. We do not have much longer left before we get this one underway. But just before we do that, big shout out to all our viewers tonight. We've already got 7 likes. That's pretty awesome. Thank you. Riggsy's in there. Fiona's in there. Andrali, Pesky. Thank you all for jumping on board. Hoping to bring you a really good stream tonight. Hopefully we get a nice competitive race as well. Apologise for any coughs that I do on air. I am suffering a bit of the flu at the moment, so a bit of duress tonight, but it will be alright. So, let's have a look at how the practice times shaped out. So, 124 flat, it was Jamie leading the way, so not unsurprising to see him at the top of the timesheets. We'll see what he can do in qualifying. Eagle Wind up there as well. So you never count him out. Vic Chan and Slambo. So the top 4 there, 4 very fast drivers. Javar as well can add himself in there. Jambon, Sickle. So looking like we're going to get a pretty competitive effort tonight from everyone. Mr. Ed Wilson in the top 10, so nice result for him. And as you can see, we're not too far away from getting this one started. We do have a different camera angle tonight. We've got the onboard. So a little bit better than the chase cam. It's going to be a bit of test and learn as we go. So any feedback is appreciated through the chat as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as proceedings go along. So not too long before we get this one started. And here we go. Qualifying set to begin.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Green light. Who's going to be the first car out on circuit? It's our championship leader. It is Jamie. Obviously, championship leader come out there. We've got Eagle Wind as well, so practice session. Big Chan out on the circuit too. So everyone making their way out now, getting their laps in nice and early. Somewhat awesome. He's had a good season, a couple of big battles last round as well. So we'll see what he has in store for us tonight. Here's Stu as well. So some late race scraps to the end. We'll see how he goes this evening. Here's Slambo. The Audi. He's got the issue driving glove. The reason that is. Nice angry old fella. They started the season off strong. This man K-Man. Jump over to Jamie, who is about to begin a time lap. Unfortunately, we don't have timing available, so we've got the onboard camera. It's better than what we had last round, but still lacking quite a lot of the basic fundamental tools that we need for these broadcasting. Got Jamie now, plunging down the hill there. Head up the hill. This is up Pilgrim's Drop, what they call it. This is the part where he said this is part of the track where you need the big cojones. Come through turn 5 in 3rd gear. Here's a lot of the curve there. Why does he dares? So they've got onboard review cameras as well, so they're going to chase. We'll be able to see. Looking pretty tidy so far. First time lap. 1:23.7, so 1:24 flat is his time in practice. He's already clipped that. We have the sandbags on. Definitely taking them off. Here's Bounty crossing the line. Don't forget to check out the podium website for all the stats on the Bruce League. Mr. Ian Wilson in the Lamborghini. He goes Here's JCRT up. Maybe I will. Andrali, hopefully that works a bit better. Headset volume. Yeah. I've just turned up the microphone volume, so hopefully it gives a thumbs up if you can hear that a little bit better. I might turn the station volume down a little smidgen. Let us know how that is, everyone. Hopefully that's a little bit better than what we're experiencing. Here's Eagle Wind, so he's yet to set a time. He does now, and it's a fast one, so good enough for P2 right now as it stands. Jamie goes straight to the top of the time, stays at the top of the time. Big Chan eclipses Eagle Wind with P2. Someone awesome goes into P6. Does that emoji mean that it's good now, Andrali? I hope it does. Here's Slambo. Voice still drowning out a bit. Hopefully that fixes it, and maybe turn it down a little bit more to there. Alright. Let me know how that goes. 500 in the meantime. Let's get on to K-Man. So one of the drivers that is yet to set a time so far this evening. No, he has set a time, sorry. Wrong driver. This is Hooligan, sorry. Picking up the wrong one. Here he goes. Good enough for P12. Nice result for him. So just under 10 minutes left in qualifying. Here's Jamie, current pole sitter. He goes faster at 122.8. So improves on his time. Eagle Wind, he's 1.2 seconds behind. Alright, thumbs up from Pesky. Hopefully that's good this time around. There's 555. This is someone awesome. Currently P8. That's where he'll remain for now. 205 Bounty. Currently 17th. Having a look on the onboard dash if they actually have a time that I can read. No, it doesn't, unfortunately. So just have to stick with it. Here's Angry Old Fella. Currently P16. Plenty of time left to rectify that though. I'm looking for 503. There we go, Hooligan. Comes. He'll be making his way across the line. There we go. Fiona, much better. I'm glad to hear. Tell you what, audio, it is seriously the hardest thing to get right on these broadcasts. But I definitely won't make the mistake of last round as well when the mic went a bit funny. We had to scrap it halfway through. Here's Eagle. He's not scrapping anything right now. He's setting off on another lap. What about someone awesome? Can he improve from P9? Yes, he can. Ken does that quite well. Goes into P4. So do we have a bit of a roughie up there right now? Gets replaced by Eagle Wind almost instantaneously, though. I better get onto a moving vehicle. Here we go. This is Vic Chan. No better moving vehicle to get on, I reckon. Follow him around for a lap. Just do a quick little recap. So it's Jamie on top, the 122.8 in the Ferrari. In the Lamborghini is Vic Chan in P2. Then it's Javar in P3. Eagle Wind in 4th. 5th is Someone Awesome. Then you got Jambon, Barra, JCRTR, Slambo, and Bardis. Is Slambo down there a little bit? A little bit further than what you'd expect. So maybe he's just working his way into the session. We have just over 6.5 minutes left. So we'll see if he can improve on that. In the meantime, we're following Vic Chan, who's behind one of the Selby Acoustics Bentleys. I think that's either K-Man or someone awesome. Not sure. But just Vic Chan just wrestling that Audi through. Oh, and that's good driving there. Bentley gets out of the way. I'm hoping for the fixes to come through as well, Pesky. Fingers crossed. Can't be any worse than what we've got at the moment, to be fair. So the only way is up. Vic doesn't improve on his time, so he still remains in P2 though. He will start on the front row of the grid as it stands right now. Here's Eagle Wind. He's in 4th position. Making his way through the final turn now. And I don't think this will be a competitive lap time, judging by his dash. So we might get off him. Is Jamie on a hot lap here? He doesn't improve his time. What about JCR TR? Currently sitting in 9th spot. Looks like he's just pulling out of that lap, so we'll move away from him. Here's Slambo in the Audi. So the top 3 there, all rear engine cars. Then you've got a quad, a foursome of Bentleys from 4th to 7th. And then the Audi of Slambo that we're on board with now. Can he improve from 8th position? He does. He goes into P3. So nice work. So that's a little bit more where we'd expect to find Slambo on the grid. Looks like we've lost one from the lobby. We're down to 16. Here's K-Man. He's in 14th in the Bentley. No good for him right now. What about this man, Eagle Wind? So we're approaching the final 4 minutes. Makes his way through the final turn. He's on a hot lap here. You can tell by the dash. And he doesn't improve. So 24. There you go. So not close enough to beating his time right now. He's got a little bit of time to go. Here's Stu, Burrow, JCR, TR, and Barters. They're all in the pits right now. The track is full. Other than that. Here's Stu making his way through the final bend along the start-finish line. A 1:25.2, so no good for him there. Just having a look for Jamie is out on the circuit. Just trying to see where he is right now. Here he goes. So it looks like on the Bentley you can see the time. A 1:22.75 is his best. So absolutely pumping in the times right now. He runs a little bit wide there, and that's going to put an end to that run. What about Vic Chan, the man who can unseat him from pole position? Doesn't improve on his time. 3 minutes left in this one in qualifying. Bounty doesn't improve from 17th. See if I can pick up. Jambot Sickles just moved into 3 there, into 3rd spot. What about Javar? He is just starting a lap. So he's in 5th spot. He was right up there. Slambo. Might ride with Slambo because he's a bit closer to finishing the lap. He's a bit further along. Oh, that is a Lamborghini doing its best to get out of the way, but unfortunately was just enough to put off Slambo, so he's going to have to abort that lap, and he'll have time to do at least one more. Someone awesome. He is at 1:25.3, so not good enough there to improve his time. Here's Angry Old Fella. Just seeing if he's on a... if I can read his dash. Here we go. Yep, so... yeah, track temperature 29 degrees, air temperature 22. So, lots of 25s coming in there. Here's Vic Chan. No improvement from him right now, so second it is. Mr. N. Wilson in 15th position. Where's Jamie? Is he on a... This might be his fast lap here. I think. I would have to assume so. So we're almost in the final minute of qualifying. This is for PS5 round 4 at Brands Hatch. We're on board with the current pole position sitter. We might just skip back to him. Burrow Dog here. See if he can improve on 8th position. 23 or 24.4, so he doesn't right now. 4.55. Here's Slambo. Let's see if he can move himself up on the front row of the grid. Almost. He goes into P3 for now. So 30 seconds remaining in the session. Angry Old Fella. He's going to have a crack at it. 13th is the best he's got in him right now. Let's get back to Vic. He gets a nice little toe here. He's going to start his lap. 612. Where are you, 612? Javar. He's starting his lap. 420. That's Eagle Wind. So we've gone 000. So this will be his final shot at it. 6th is the best he's got tonight. So we'll see how that holds up. Here's Metal Steel. He's down there in 10th spot right now. Let's see if he can improve on that time. He is on a fast lap. 10th spot. And that is where he will remain for this evening. Here's Burrow Dog. Oh, no, he runs a little bit wide through there. Just trying to pick up Slambo on the way through. So can he get himself and his Audi up onto the front row of the grid in the dying moments of this one? Someone awesome comes in late and goes into 3rd, and then Slambo takes it straight back. So a little bit of back and forth there right at the very end of the session, swapping positions for the 2nd row of the grid, and it's Angry Old Fella. He moves up into 9th, so he breaks into the top 10. Vic Chan, he's coming across the line, fast approaching. Does he improve from 2nd? He doesn't, so he improves his time, but not good enough. So it is that man again, Jamie, who's taking out pole position, our championship leader, a 1:22.3. That is phenomenally quick. So congratulations to Jamie. He takes out pole position. Vic Chan, he's going to start on the front row of the grid with him in P2. Then you got Slambo in 3rd spot, and someone awesome. That was an awesome job from him. He's going to start on the 2nd row of the grid from P4. Jambon Sickle, he'll begin the race from 5th position, and right next to him will be Javar as well in 6th spot. Eagle Wind started off promising, dropped down into 7th spot there in the end. Then we got Burrow Dog. He'll start the race from 8th position. Angry Old Fella, he'll be beginning the race in 9th, and then rounding out the top 10 is JCR TR in 10th spot. We got Metal Steel down there in 11th spot. Then you got Stewart. He'll start the race there from 12th. Barters will be right behind him. He's going to start in 13th. And K-Man, look out for him. At the start of the race, he's had a bit of a habit recently of making up some major ground from the start there. Mr. N. Hooligan will be right behind him, and then Mr. N. Wilson in 16th position. And then in the final slot there, it is Bounty starting from 17th spot. So that is our grid. Congratulations to Jamie, a 1:22.386. A phenomenally fast time from him. Congratulations. And we will now hear a little word from our sponsors. If I can bring up, here it is. All right, thank you very much to our sponsors. So we're not far away from getting this one started. It was Jamie who's put that Ferrari on pole position. So our championship leader in exactly where he wants to be. Vic Chan will be joining him from the front row of the grid. Slambo and Someone Awesome on the second row. So not far away from getting this one started. I hope you're all enjoying the stream. Crashy mate, Jamie's on fire. Yes, he is. Pesky, he's a freak of nature. He sure is. He's quite a talented man as well, because he does pretty good in the commentary box. So he does a little bit of everything. Very good at driving that car around here as well. And Crashy mate, we got proper broadcast again. Almost. We've almost got proper broadcast, but we've got something better than what we had last round with the chase cam. So yeah, it's good to at least have something half decent. All right, now I'll have to, I think I just leave this one here. I don't hit the drive button because I'm not on the grid. And then we'll get the warm-up laps begun. We'll be underway and we'll be not far away from starting round 4 from Brands Hatch for Race on Oz. This is season 6. This is the PS5 division. There we go. That's all good. And away we go. So these boys will do their warm-up lap. So I'd say definitely, yeah, keep an eye on K-Man at the beginning. He made up 7 spots, I think, on one lap around, where was it? Barcelona or Silverstone? I can't remember, but yeah, a crazy start for him. So he's been able to perfect the starts recently. So keep an eye out for him, for the man who's driving for Selby Acoustics this evening. Someone Awesome. So that late dash to the line there to secure a 4th spot. We'll see what sort of effort he can put in. He's been a strong performer so far this season. Jambod Sickle, he's been up there as well. He's going to begin the race from P5. There you got Javar in the Porsche. He's one of only 2 Porsches in the field. Bounty's the other. And yeah, Javar holding it down for all the Porsche fans out there. One of the more difficult cars to drive in this game. So yeah, definitely doing a good job holding his own. And it does seem to be preferred weapon of choice for him. Eagle Wind, always a strong performer. You can always generally rely on this guy for a decent points finish. So he's going to start the race in 7th. Then you got Burra. Similar type of story here. You can always expect a strong performance from him. Angry Old Fella. He's going to begin the race from 9th. So it might be a roughy diamond in the rough. JCR as well down there. Who else do we have? Hooligan. Let's see what he can do this evening. But that's the grid right now. They're all warming up. So they're coming right to the very end of the warm-up lap. They will begin to line up very, very shortly. We're going to get this one underway. Usually it's quite the sight to behold when you can see them all lined up, but not in this particular mode. There we go. Jamie's got a rear view camera on there so we can see the field bunched up behind him. And once we get the signal, we will be racing any moment now. The line's fast approaching. There it is. Oh no, Eagle Wind got a drive through straight off the bat. That is not the ideal start for him. Jamie's going to lead him into turn 1. Vic looking to go around the outside. Can't see if he's going to get it done. He has to go around the outside at turn 2 as well. Jamie going up the inside. Looks like he's going to beat him to it. Vic's going to have to tuck in behind him. So Jamie leading away from Vic Chan. Slambo's in there as well. Eagle Wind with the drive-through penalty, so absolutely disastrous start for him. The timing screen's going to do its little dance that it normally does wait for it to filter out. But great start there from Jamie. He was able to cover off Vic and keep that Lamborghini behind him, and then Slambo slipping into third spot there very nicely, followed by someone awesome. So the top four have pretty much remained the same. Javar, I think he's dropped a spot there, so he's lost the spot to Eagle Wind, but perhaps that was the reason why Eagle Wind got the penalty there, the drive-through straight away. So it'll be interesting to see how quickly he serves it, whether he just gets it out of the way or he puts in a couple of laps before, but he'll have to serve it one way or another, and it's not a great start for him. He's going to be battling all the way back from this one. So go through the final turn of lap 1. Looks like it's been a pretty clean start, and there we go. So he's coming into the pits. He'll serve that penalty. But out in front, it is Vic giving chase to Jamie. He's already about a half a second ahead. We're back to the scrap for 7th and 8th. This is Burrow Dog, an angry old fella. As Eagle Wind just serving that penalty, he'll be absolutely will not be happy chappy right now. A few expletives might have been yelled and screamed. Barter's dropped all the way back as well, so he started in 13th. He finds himself in 15th right now. I wonder what happened to him. Hard to tell. You can't see any damage. I go to the car behind. Can't really see anything there. I was looking for any cars that might have started at the back, but no, not too sure what happened to him. So anyway, we're well underway here. We've got all the cars facing in the right direction. Eagle Wind has served his penalty, and all 17 are out on the track right now. So races started off pretty nicely. This is Jambon Sickle. He's tucked in behind someone awesome. So it's Jamie leading from Vic, leading from Slambo, someone awesome, and Jambon just has a look there up the inside of someone awesome, just saying, hey, I'm right here, I'm having a look. He needs to keep one eye on his mirror though, because he's got Javar in the Porsche right behind him. Might be having a little bit of a look up the inside. He is. Jambon is going to make it nice and difficult for him though. So the battle is certainly on between these two. This is for 5th and 6th position. And this is going to be a Porsche versus Bentley race down Pilgrim's Drop. Not a lot of room for passing around this back part of the circuit though. It is a notoriously difficult circuit to pass on, so not a lot of opportunity. One of the old school style circuits. Such a fast corner there through Sheens. So taking some nice lines. Let's see, he's just popped his head out and said, hey, I'm right here. Be just the little heads up that, hey, I'm gonna have a decent old look at you into turn 1 here. Not quite close enough though, so the Bentley got a little bit of up and go about it. Range is up. Oh, here we go. No, so not enough. Or Jambon makes a little bit of a mistake. Does that open up the gap? Oh, give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Javar, you can't make mistakes like that. Even the slightest of mistakes is too much. And Javar's gotten through there. Now he's got Burrow Dog all over his rear wing as well, and the other Bentley. So Jambon's just going to have to just gather himself. Javar almost runs a little wide there, but nothing too much. And here's Burrow right behind Jambon. Let's see. Ooh, Someone kicked up a puff of dust there. I think that might have been someone awesome just at the final turn there, but nothing sinister came of that. Different kind of line there, Burrow Dog to Jambon. Through turn 1, across Paddock Hill. This is where we saw him just make the slightest of errors. That was enough for Javar to slip through, but not this time around. So he's able to keep the Bentley behind him. Right now it's Jamie though. He's 1.9 seconds ahead of Vic Chan in P2. Slambo is there in P3. Someone awesome and Javar. That rounds out your top 5. We're on board right now with Burrow Dog. He started in 8th. He's currently in 7th right now. Crashy Mate saying that Jambon's setup looks way too oversteery. Yeah, almost to a degree where it's almost like bugging out. Almost a bit strange, but seems to be holding off Burrow Javar, just getting on the dirt there a little bit. So is it his turn to make a small error, and can Jambon capitalise on that? Maybe Crashy can give us a bit of a breakdown here. We'll go on board with Jambon. This might give us a bit more of an idea of how he's coping with the Bentley tonight. To have settled into a bit of a rhythm now. Might just step away briefly. Or who is that? Was someone coming through there? This is Barters. K-Man's in there as well. So I saw this just in the foreground between these three. Bounty's moved up from 17th into 12th. So he's had a great start. We're on board with K-Man, who I think, yeah, Bounty's just overtaken, and Barters is in there as well. So there's been a bit of position swapping here. Will we see it happen again as well as K-Man goes side by side there with Bounty? He's going to have the inside run. He pulls it up, and nice work there from the Selby Acoustics driver. He's able to take that spot away. So he'll move there into 13th position. Started in 14th as Hooligan makes his way into the pit. Oh, Bounty! That's Bounty, loses it. So easy to do through there. So easy. And it's bit him. Didn't hit anything though, fortunately. So that's a blessing in disguise. But yeah, he'll be upset about that one. But so easy to lose the car there across the back part of the track. Dirty tyres for a little while, and might be feeling the effects of that little slide. But plenty of time left for him to make up though. He's down in 15th as Mr. N. Wilson. He just slipped by there. So might step away from those two guys right now. Well, let's have a look at Angry Old Fella. He's just tucked in behind the Porsche of Javar, who looks like he's been overtaken by Jambon. So while we're watching that action, there was some more passing here, so I'm not too sure what happened between those two, but they've swapped positions, and now it's Angry Old Fella. It's his turn to have a look at the rear wing of the Porsche that belongs to Javar. In the meantime, Jamie, 3 point... Oh, Angry! So we saw Bounty go around there, and Angry almost... replicated that as well. Same spot on the circuit. So Jamie 3.7 seconds ahead of Vic Chan right now. He's in fine form. Absolute purple patch for him, been this whole season pretty much. Vic Chan in second, Slambo in third. Someone awesome having a great race right now in fourth position. And then Jambon Sickle, he started in 5th. So the top 5 hasn't really changed at all. Javar in 6th. So the top 6 haven't changed. Angry Old Fella, he started in 9th. So he's made his way up a couple of spots. So 10 minutes into this one. nice and settled. Let's have a look at Javar just lurching up behind Jambon here. Let's see if he can put the pressure on again. Try and get himself past that Bentley. Pretty big gaps amongst everyone. Trying to pick up the racing on the circuit. These are the two closest cars. Also taking requests. If you want to see anyone in particular, let me know in the chat. Happy to change the camera over to them. Here we go. Here's Javar though. This is plenty of action for right now. I reckon he might have made a mistake somewhere last couple of laps that allowed Jambon to get through, but he's regathered himself. Oh, pushing it wide there. Runs a little bit on the dirt. Crawling all over the back of that Bentley now though. A little snap of oversteer. Porsche and Audi, I believe, are the two more difficult cars in this game to drive. Andrali points out Burrow is gone. Thank you. So not too sure what's happened to him, but we've lost one. Burrow dog might have had a technical issue. Disconnected. He confirms it in the chat. Spewing. Sorry to hear that for Burrow dog. Unfortunately for him. And it's not just the race day, you know. It's all the hours of the practice and the time that you put in getting to this point. So unfortunate for him. He's disconnected. Pesky, how did Eagle receive a drive-through? I didn't see it. It was right at the start. I think he may have overtaken another car somehow. But as soon as they gave the signal, he got the drive-through. It was almost at the immediate same time as these two guys just chucking it through Paddock Hill turn 1 up the hill. Now down into this is Surtees as well. So looking good. Yeah, there you go, Crashy. Jump start. So I believe that's what it was. Because it happened immediately at the beginning of the race. Eagle Win though has regathered himself. He's in P12. Obviously not where he'd prefer to be. He started the race into 7th, but not a bad recovery right now. K-Man's in the pits. So we're almost quarter race distance. Pretty early to be stopping. Unless he's had an off there or he's got something wrong. As Javar just all over the back of Jambon again. Will he be able to soak that pressure up? Or can he force a mistake out of the Bentley in front of him? Jambon almost seems tentative. So earlier on the brakes there. Porsche just looks a little bit more settled, more confident. Jambon going a little bit defensive. Oh, you feel like it's only a matter of time. Javar just has to be patient here. He has to be careful not to make a mistake as well. Don't want to undo all the good work that he's done. See how he goes around the back of the circuit through Hawthorn. Nicely done through there. You got Westfield at turn 6. Take a little bit of the inside curve. And then Sheen. So we've already seen Bounty go around here. We saw, I can't remember who it was who almost went around, but no such problems with either of those turns of those guys. Just popped out there, just was going to have a look into turn 8. Just pulled out at the last moment. Javar now just going to have to pick his time, pick his moment, line him up. So the lead hasn't changed, except the gap in the lead has most definitely changed. So Jamie is 6.7 seconds ahead of Vic Chan right now. So just cruising out in front. We'll get some lap times on those guys very, very shortly. Slambo in third spot. Someone Awesome, Jambon Sickle. That's your top 5. Then you got this man here we're on board with, Javar, Angry Old Fella, Metal Steel, Stew, and Barters. That's your top 10. We've lost one, Barters. Eagle Wind had the drive-through penalty on the at the start, and K-Man and Hooligan have both made their pit stops. That's pretty much where we are with the race at this stage. Quarter race distance in the books. These are the two closest cars on the circuit. This would be great if this was for the lead though, wouldn't it? But this is what we've got. Good racing nonetheless. Javar just running a little bit wider through there, trying to carry some more speed. Oh. So you got to be right up behind him there. Exo joins the chat as well, saying let's go Team Green. Someone Awesome loves this track. Just ask him, he'll tell you. So, proving certainly to be right there. Someone Awesome in a very strong P4. That's where he started. It's a spot that he's maintained throughout. And these two have been going at it for a few laps now. Jambon managing to just soak up the pressure. Keeping the Porsche of Javar behind him for Coach Dave Academy. It's a heart and mouth corner every time. Oh, that's a that was one of the Selby Acoustics Bentleys, so I think that would be K-Man, I believe. Wouldn't be Someone Awesome. He's up in 4th spot, so he wouldn't be pulling over like that. Alright, these two just continue to go at it. I'll see if I can get some times what the guys at the front are doing. I really don't want to step away because I know once I do, it will the pass will happen. We'll just hold on a little while longer. It's 8.3 seconds the gap between Jamie and Vic, so that gives you a bit of an idea. Someone Awesome up a little bit further, so he's started to come into the picture. So are these two guys potentially catching him? I'm not too sure. Here we go. This is looking a little bit more promising from Javar. Oh, Jambon very early on the brakes there. He was trying to break the toe of Javar, so that might have distracted him from the work at hand. Javar running very wide. Oh, this is good racing between these two. Clipping the inside curb, just trying to drag it to the right hand side of the track. This has been a great scrap. Maybe he just went a little bit deep, and that's just opened up the gap. So that's the sort of margin of error that we're talking about right here. Just fine little mistakes can cost you a lot. Let's have a look at times. Jamie circulating in the 123s. He did a 122.3. But he's been consistently in the 23s for the last 6 laps or so. Let's have a look at what Vic Chan is doing. Yeah, look at that. High 23s, low 24s. So just can't match the pace of Jamie. He's really in a bit of a league of his own right now, and it's proving on the times. What about Slambo? Slambo can't keep up either, 24s. So Jamie just on another level right now. K-Man's out. The flu has gotten the better of him tonight. I feel better, K-Man. Currently battling it myself at the moment. It's not very pleasant at all. But it is going around, that's for sure. Javar waiting for his opportunity here. We might just see the times between these two. But Jamie just on another planet right now. 9.2 seconds. Absolutely flying. Here we go. Javar runs wide. He's going to try it around the outside. Jambon will have the inside line here though. Ooh. That's the long way around the outside through there. So strategy might start to play a bit of a part in here. Another lap or two of this might be in Javar's best interest to maybe make a stop, get out of this little battle here and try and jump him in the pits. In the meantime, let's have a look at what their times are like. Jambon Sickle, 24-7, 24-9, 24-8. 24-8, 25-3, 24-4. So that 25-3 is the anomaly out of the rest of them. He had a 25-1 earlier on. Looks like his best is a 123.9. Okay. Let me know if there's any other times that you want to see as well. We've been with these two for quite a while, but yeah, these are the two closest cars on the track. The lead out in front is almost double digits right now. Mr. N. Wilson, he's going to make a stop. While he does that, Javar's going to try and send it up the inside. Couldn't quite get that done. He goes into turn 3. So yeah, I reckon another lap of this and it might just be worthwhile to try and duck into the pits, pass him that way. We'll wait and see though. These guys are much better at that strategy side of things than I am. Alright, Angry and Metal. You want the times of Angry and Metal? I can do that for you, Pesky. Sheens. Angry and Metal. Okay. Angry. 25-4, 24-7, 24-9. Got a 26 in there, a low 26, a high 20, mid 25. So 24-9 was his last one. We'll get to medals in a moment. We'll just watch these two. He makes a little bit of a mistake there, Javar, but gathers it up. Whoa. Amazing these two haven't made contact yet either. This is some top quality racing. Metal Steel's in the pits actually. What was his times? Metal Steel. 24-9, 25-6, 25-3. So Angry was lapping a little bit quicker than Metal. Keep an eye on that in the who he was battling. Where is he? There's Angry. So Metal's still in the pit stationary. Oh, and here we go, Javar. Oh, this is brave stuff. Oh, I was going to say, if you're going to go door to door through Sheens. Oh, Javar, you just feel like he's right on it. He's desperate to get past. But here we go, yeah. There it is. He's going to make a stop. And off he goes. Now, Angry old fella. He doesn't respond directly to Metal Steel. So that'll be the Metal's out. He's got Barters right behind him for company. Metal's in 11th position. Angry's going to continue around. Javar in there as well. So Stewart and Eaglewind making his compulsory pit stop. We'll see what Jambon does as well if he responds directly to Javar. So 444. Yep, he's coming up through into turn 6 there. Yeah, let's see what Jambon does here. He's going to have to push on this lap. Let's see. We'll ride with him till the end. Will he directly respond to Javar? No, he won't. All right. He's going to continue on. This will be good. Slambo and someone awesome. So that 35-minute mark is generally the time that we see a lot of the drivers coming in and proving to be the same. It was a little bit different last week, but sort of right on the money as per the rest of the season so far. This is, Metal behind Stewart. So we're looking for him and Angry Old Fella. And Javar. And Jambon. Who's that? That's Stewart in front of him. Running a little bit wide, but I don't think that was an issue. No. Slambo and someone awesome. Pits, someone out, and off he goes. So that'll just leave the top 5 to pit. And we've got a couple of guys that we want to keep an eye on here. What does Jambon do? Where is he on the track? 444. So he's coming through turn 8 now. Sterling's. Jamie, looks like he's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him right now. There we go. And Jambon goes again. Alright. Well, what about Angry Old Fella? Where's he? He goes again too. Alright. Well, Metal Steel and Javar will just have to wait a little bit longer. But as I said, Jamie just had a little bit of traffic. But I think that was a Bentley of... That was a Selby Acoustics Bentley. Someone awesome. Oh, he has made a stop, so I think it was, yeah. Alright, he's got clear air from here on in. He's 12.1 seconds ahead of Vic Chan, so that's just he's just on a different level right now. Let's go for a lap with him. Actually, I'll shut up. Let's go for a lap with our race leader. See how he's doing it. I'm going to duck away from this for the moment because Jambon Sickle is in the pits. So let's see if he hits his marks. Last week we saw, I think it was Slambo had a slow pit stop. Jambon hits his marks. Alright, here we go. So the race is on. This is Javar. He's got Slambo in front of him. They've both made their stops. As Andrelli pointed out as well, someone awesome has undercut Slambo. But I don't know, he's behind him though. So, alright, we're going to have to work that out in a minute. But these two, can Jambon lose a couple of spots here? yeah, he's going to lose it quite comprehensively as well. So he'll drop back a few. And he's coming out now. So there we go. Let's ride on with these two. I had a lot of Javar time tonight, but he's been the one battling it out. He's got Slambo ahead of him. So this is for 5th and 6th. The other 3 drivers ahead. Well, 3 of the 4 anyway. Jamie, Angry Oldfella, and JCRTR. They're all yet to make their pit stops. So we'll wait till that all filters out. And we're over halfway mark as well. So on the other side of the 30 minutes. Blue flag waving. I wonder if that's for Mr. and Wilson. No. There's no back markers there. Not too sure what that's about. Anyway, let's go back to the action though. Having a look at these two. Slambo, very difficult person to get past. Top 6 spots right now represented by 6 different manufacturers. Here's JCRTR, he's making his stop. Javar just trying to get a little run here on Slambo, but nowhere near enough. Oh, another save! So, seen a couple of big saves through there tonight from Javar. That was another one. Sorry, didn't hit the cough button. Nice work from him. Those hands were hacksawing at that wheel, trying to catch that. Taking a little wider line through there. So just waiting on Jamie and Angry Oldfella to make their stops. When they do, we'll check out Metal Steel. He was trying to get past. Such a tricky part of the circuit there through Sheens. Hard on the brakes here through turn 8. It's a great scrap between these two. Let's get some times up in a moment just to see where they're how they compare to one another. Here's Jamie in the pits. I don't think we got any troubles with him. Yeah, I think he had a 12 or 30 second lead over Vic. So wouldn't imagine there be any issues for him. Javar. Alright, let's check out times while these two are going at it. Where are we? Slambo. Sorry. What's he doing? 25 flat, 24.2, 24.1. So best is a 24.1. And then Javar 24.2, 24.1, 25.1. So kind of similar pace between these two guys. 20 of that, 24 flat, dead. Not bad. All right. Yeah, Crushy mate, just giving the compliment there to Javar. Oh, here we go, hang on. We'll get back to that in a second. Angry Oldfella, Metal Steel was the driver who was trying to get past him earlier on. Obviously, Angry Oldfella stayed out for significantly longer. Angry still in there. Falling down the order. Will he fall into the hands of Metal Steel? Oh, it's going to be close. I think Metal's going to get it. There they go. Yes. So Metal Steel has managed to get past. I think Eagle Wind is in there as well. So played the long game there, and it's come off. Eagle Wind and Barters. That's the gap between those two. But Eagle Wind, he's just got... Who's that in front of him? Is that... No. That's Metal Steel. There you go. Angry drops down into 10th position. As I was saying before that all kicked off, this is Metal Steel. That Crashing Mate said props to Javar. He's had the pace on Jambon and possibly Slambo now and hasn't gone for any stupid moves. I agree. He's had some great saves as well, but you can tell he would have been frustrated at times. But yeah, he's held it all together and kept a pretty calm head. So Metal just running a little bit deep there through Sheens. He's got Eagle Wind right behind him, so he can't afford to make too many mistakes. Great recovery from Eagle as well. Started 7th, got the drive-through penalty straight off the get-go, and he's recovered to 9th position right now with a tick over 23 minutes left in this one. This is round 4, Race on Oz, Season 6, PS5. We're going to head off to Bathurst for the remaining race of the season. That's the next round, but we still got this one to go, and we're back with this battle between Javar and Slambo. They've got a Selby Acoustics McLaren by the looks of them in front of them. It's JCR TR. He's getting the same coloured flags as his car right now, waved in front of him. He'll just want to try and pop out of the way as soon as he can, let these two faster guys go through and let them get on with their race. Looks like he's just popping out there. Nice work. You can see him get on the brakes there. Just difficult to find a place to pull over. It's a very tight circuit. And now this is essentially a battle for the podium, the final podium position. Slambo currently occupies P3. Javar, driven a fantastic race tonight. He'll want to try and hunt down that final step. In the meantime, though, Jamie absolutely cruising. It was a 13-second lead. No 13-second leads here, though. 3/10 the difference between these two. Less than now. Over the back of that P&L Audi. But yeah, great racing. I think I pointed out before, Javar hasn't made any contact with anyone either. Amazingly, I think that also just to show the calibre of driver that he is and the calibre of driver that we have at Race on Oz, as Slambo makes a little bit of a mistake there through Sterling's. Javar looks like he got a pretty good run out of there. This is an optimal place for overtaking. Oh, wow, it's going to be a drag. Who's going to be the latest of the late breakers? Oh, we've already seen him make a couple of big saves through there. Javar, will he make a lunge? No, he doesn't. Going to go around the outside. That would have positioned him for the inside line, but not able to get that done. And Slambo just hanging on by the skin of his teeth right now. He's going to have to scratch and claw for the rest of the way. Javar just wants that podium. But yeah, Slambo, as we've seen in the past, difficult man to pass. Definitely has legitimate pace. As we enter the final third, so 20 minutes remaining in this one. It's still Jamie, 12.5 seconds ahead of Vic Chan. That's right, 12.5 seconds is the gap between Jamie and Vic. Slambo there in P3. This is P3 and 4, the battle that you can see on your screen right now. Summon Awesome there in 5th position. Jambon Stew. He's moved up from 12th into 7th. Eagle Wind in 8th, 9th is Metal Steel, and 10th is Angry Old Fella. Hooligan in the pits. everyone else has made their pit stops. He had made his as well, so not too sure if that's an issue that he's got there. And Drelly's saying that his quad's hurt from braking for Javar. It is a bit like that, isn't it? It's always the fast guys. It's the braking that's the difference is. You can all push the accelerator generally at the same pace, but it's the braking is that just that different level. So the gap looks like it's just squeaked out a little bit more for Slambo. We'll have a quick look at times again between these two. Let's go to Slambo. So 24.5, 25.1, 24.6. The 25.1 was the anomaly amongst all of them. So mid 24s for Slambo. And we've got a similar pace to Javar. He did a 25 flat the last time around. So very, very similar pace between these two. Opportunity to pass through there. And just for a bit of perspective, what's Jamie doing? Wow. 22.9. Wow, and his last one absolutely flying. So he's got things well under control right now. Wow, 22.9. That's motoring along nicely. 22.935 and a 22.947. Right. All right. Absolutely pumping right now. We've got Tier 2 started at a 90-minute race apparently. Oh dear. That's not ideal. So it looks like Hooligan, we might have lost him for the rest of this one. And the gap between these two is just spaced out a little bit more, a bit of breathing room for Slambo. So Javar's going to have to just reload and go again. Oh, big save again from Javar. You just got to wonder how much further can he push his luck. That Porsche, difficult to drive. So is the Audi. None of them though can catch the Ferrari out in front. 5 manufacturers in the top 5. All the Bentleys, they seem to be a bird of a feather from 5th to 10th. All just curling up with each other on this cold winter's night, well, autumn night, whatever it is in Melbourne. Starting to just extend that gap a little bit further, Slambo. So he's found his rhythm. Who's he got up there in front of him? That is a Porsche. That's Bounty, I believe. Yep. So I don't think he'll give any issues here. I'm sure he'll be seeing the blue flags waving. Get out of the way in no time. Pulls to the side. Nice work. Good driving there for Bounty. Him go through. Javar will be the next one. And nice work from Bounty there. Okay, so quarter of the race remaining, less than 15 minutes now. Might have a look at Eagle Wind. He's chasing down Stu. So currently in P7 and P8 respectively between these two. Eagle Wind's had a good recovery. He's almost gotten back to his starting position. pre the drive-through penalty for jumping the start. But done a great job. He was pretty quick in practice. Might end up being a case of what if for him. But yeah, he's got Stu, who did start in 12th position. So just a quick little recap as we enter the final quarter of the race. It's Jamie from Vic and Slambo. That's your podium right now. Javar, 1.4 seconds is the gap. So we might revisit those lap times very shortly. Someone awesome. Jambon Sickle in 6th. Stu in 7th. This man here, Eagle Win in 8th. 9th is Metal Steel. And rounding out the top 10 right now is Angry Old Fella. Everyone's made their stops. No penalties to serve. In the final stretch here of round 4 of Ruse PS5 Tier 1 Season 6. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And this will be... these two will scrap it out until the end. Check out the times between these two as well. So Stu, what's he got? 24.6, 24.8, 24.9. So mid to high 24s. And Eagle Wind. Yeah, similar. 24.9, 6, 7, 5, 6. Lapping a little bit quicker, but not by much. But you don't need much though. You just need enough. You could get all philosophical and say, what is enough? But I don't think it's really that kind of night. So Eagle Win, just be stalking him for now. Is Stu is pulling the Bentley up just in time. 18.7 seconds is the gap between Jamie and Vic Chan. I don't think I've seen a gap this big in any division for the lead. This is just be very interesting to hear from Jamie in the post race exactly what he's been doing, because this is another level. Looks like the gap here between these two just maintaining right now. 6/10. So Stu took a 10th out of Eagle Win there. But yeah, field, this is what happened last week as well. The field was relatively strung out, and yeah, didn't have a lot of action. Crashy thinks it might be Vic is at a massive BOP disadvantage here. Yeah, possibly, but is that really 18 seconds? I'm not too sure. Pesky's suggesting Jamie needs a special class of his own. Maybe he does. Oh, Stu runs a little bit deep there, but didn't look like he lost any time though, so bit of a lucky let off. But yeah, maybe Jamie does need a special class of his own. He's been absolutely untouchable tonight. We're approaching the final 10 minutes of this one, and we're on board with Eagle Win. Let's skip over to Angry Old Fella. He's hunting down Metal Steel, so these two have been joined at the hip for the majority of tonight. Coach Dave Academy driver Metal Steel and Pagny Next Level driver Angry Old Fella. This is more Bentley on Bentley action. Wind, just that gap just stretching out a little bit further now, almost a second. You can see the yellow liveried Bentley just up ahead in the foreground. We'll see if that becomes a little bit larger. Almost 20 seconds the lead now between Vic and Jamie. That's Bounty. Just getting out of the way of everyone. Very nice work from him. Go check out the podium website. All the stats for Roos are kept there. Run by the man himself. So this one winding down right now, just a tick over 8 minutes remaining. Oh, Metal Steel runs a little wide. We're going to keep on the action with these two. The gap between Eagle Wind and Stu has dramatically closed. Have a look at this. It was almost a second and it's back down to 3/10 between Stu and Eagle Wind. So maybe Stu just made a little mistake somewhere there along the line, and Eagle Wind's been able to close up right behind. It's 4/10 between the two of them. He's going to go again. So 7.5 minutes left. Not a lot of time around here. And Jamie just continues to pull time out of Vic Chan. Almost 22 seconds now. Just having a look, Jamie, you'd get a little bit bored out there if it wasn't for traffic. There you go, he's got a Lamborghini of, I think that's Barters in front of him. Barters gets well out of the way. Nice work, Barters. But yeah, been absolutely just dominant this evening. Back to racing though. Oh, angry old fella. Just gets it up on the grass. Doesn't lose too much time there. And the gap between Eagle Wind and Stu back out to 8/10. So back to what it was earlier. So obviously Stu made a little mistake there, but seems to have recovered quite well and keeping it back to the status quo. And if you like, I know this is we're watching ACC right now, but if you don't mind a bit of Gran Turismo, Sunday night new season kicks off. 8:20 is the qualifying start time, so it's going to be broadcast on the Roos channel that you're watching on right now. So if you don't mind a bit of Sunday night action on a bit of Gran Turismo 7, jump on board. Should be fun. It's the Toyota Supra's one make model, and funnily enough they're going to be going around here as well, so plenty of Brands Hatch in the schedule. I think I'll definitely be done after Sunday night, but yeah, tune in. Kick off the broadcast at about 8:10, so if you don't mind a bit of Gran Turismo 7, come along and join us. Should be a good evening. Some fun competitive racing as well. Oh, angry old fella. Got a little bit greedy there going through Sheens. Almost bit him pretty hard, but managed to save it through there. He's going to continue on. Oh. And we don't have much longer left. We've got 5 minutes remaining until the checkered flag, and angry old fella's planning on fighting for all 5 minutes. Doing his best to get past Metal Steel. Oh, closes up right behind there. So these two have been going at it for the majority of the race. The gap between Eagle Wind and Stewart has backed off now to 1.3 seconds. Oh no, Eagle Wind ran a little bit wide through there. I wonder if that wonder if Angry Old Fella got a little bit distracted. Metal Steel certainly didn't. He smells opportunity. Eagle Wind's going to force him wide. That's not a place that you want to be as you go through Hawthorn. Alright, all of a sudden the pressure's come hard from behind on Eagle Wind. And even though it's only 4 minutes left, it's probably 4 minutes too long, Eagle Wind will probably be thinking. He's got a hard charging Metal Steel and an Angry Old Fella as well. So the fight for 8th, 9th and 10th is well alive. It just shows you how much that margin of error is so fine around here. 23 seconds the gap between Jamie and Vic. Alright, so we will this little trio's settled right back down again. It kicked off for a moment and then just settled right down. The biggest beneficiary will be Stu, who's been able to just sort of wander off a little bit. Just runs a little bit wide there, kicks up a bit of dirt. Nothing that's going to retard the car or slow him down. Tell you what, they would have earned it tonight. It is unrelenting. Kim Alabakos, I hope I pronounced it correctly. Hey guys, hopefully everything's worked out tonight. Yeah, a lot better than last round. So, yeah, we didn't. I didn't knock the microphone cord out of the microphone this time around, and we've had a nice smooth evening, so welcome aboard. Thanks for the comment. I saw Arrogance was in the chat there as well. Welcome. Alright, last 2 minutes. That's about all Angry Old Fella's got left to try and get past Metal Steel. This one's over bar the shouting. Metal Steel is having a look at Eagle Wind. Got blue flags waving. Car 217 was up ahead, so I don't really see why that's happening, but it's it's Adman, but under his wife's login. Oh, what a cracker. Good to hear from you, Adman. I hope you're enjoying the retreat, the work retreat up there in the Dandenongs. If it's as cold as it is in Melbourne right now, you'll be sleeping with 2 Dooners tonight. It's freezing. Oh, here's Angry Old Fella. He's not freezing. He's on fire right now. As we go into the final minute. I didn't see the sign. Oh, we'll get the leaders on the final lap this time around. And that'll be it for Angry. Oh, there it is. Oh, Angry's got to send it. Oh, no, it's ending in tears. So that was a lunge and a half. He's redressed the position, but you could feel that building a little bit. Jamie almost got caught up in that. So he's just managed to sneak through. Geez, that would have been an absolute disaster, wouldn't it? But, yeah, those two haven't lost a spot. And, they might discuss that one after the race amongst themselves. But let's ride home with this man here who, well, to be fair, we haven't seen much of him this evening. And the main reason why is he's been the majority of the evening double digits ahead of second spot, which belongs to Vic Chan right now. But Jamie looking to make it back-to-back wins, extend his championship and take a very commanding lead into the finale as we head to Bathurst for the next round. But We're winding up Brands Hatch. This man started in pole position and he's held it ever since. He's been absolutely dominant tonight. Keen to find out what he's eaten today because he's absolutely dominated tonight. Congratulations, Jamie, for Bruce Hale Racing. He takes home the winner's trophy for round 4 of Brands Hatch Tier 1 PS5 Season 6. And that's a great commanding victory from him. Awesome drive. We'll pick him up in the party chat very, very soon. But here comes Vic Chan. Wasn't much he could do tonight. He takes home a well-deserved P2. Congratulations, Vic. And now Slambo. You can just see how big the gap is between second and third. Jamie's already in the pits. He's wrapping himself up. And Slambo in third spot. He's not going to be challenged by anyone. Someone awesome. Oh, I wonder if... Is he running out of fuel, Slambo? Oh, he's going to run it pretty close, I reckon. Yeah, lots of short gifs. So he's run that tank dry. Well done to Slambo. He takes out the final podium position. Someone awesome would have been desperate for that one, but he comes home in 5th position. Javar, we saw a lot of action from him tonight. A well-deserved P5 for him. Jambon Sickle in 6th. In 7th, it's Stu. Well done to him. Eaglewind takes home P8 after that drive-through penalty at the beginning. But congratulations to this man, Jamie, who takes home the winner's trophy. Congratulations, P1. Started first, never gave it up. Let's get into the party chat. I'll organise a party now. Start a party. And I think it's pretty much create a new group. Just bear with me while I do this. So there's Jamie. There's... I'm looking for Slambo as well. And Vic Chan. Slambo, where are you, Slambo? Oh, I've invited him before. I've got Vic Chan. Where are you, Vic? And hang on a second. Sorry, just yeah. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. There's Jamie. There's Vic. There we go. And I just got to find Slambo. Alright, let's invite one more. Add another player. Ooh. Here we go. Where is there, Slambo? Got him. Alright. Can't add someone because of their settings. Ah. Okay.
Where you at?
I'm not too sure. All right. Hey, Vic.
Yes.
How you going?
I'm good.
Mate, congratulations. P2, you started from second. Jamie was just on another level tonight. What were you thinking as the race was going on? He's ended up winning by about 26 seconds. What could you do tonight?
I tried to put pressure on him at the beginning, but then I ended up messing up my pressures from going over the curbs too much. I think I had like a slow puncture.
Ah.
So I wasn't able to push anymore.
Ah, right.
Yeah, I was just worried about keeping it on track really, because every time I've driven here, even in practice, I've come off track.
Okay, so you were just trying to just keep it on the black stuff pretty much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, game he took off. He was just way too quick. There was no chance of me trying to put pressure on. It was just
a league of his
coming off track.
Yeah, just a league of his own tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
That car's just too quick here at this track.
Yeah. So do you reckon it was?
Congratulate him.
Yeah. Do you think it was a BOP thing on this track in particular?
Sure.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
And in what way? What way do you think?
Well, because I make setups for a few cars.
Yep.
Ferrari was just quicker than all of them off the bat. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I was a good half a second slower of my best time.
Yeah. Right.
The Ferrari.
Okay. So pretty big.
I already knew I had no chance.
Well, I think just with his performance tonight, it was fantastic. Not to take anything
On
away,
another level.
but not to take anything away from you. P2 is very well deserved.
Yep.
What are you thinking heading into the final round of the championship? I don't know if you'll be in the hunt to win the championship,
I'm not
but
even close. I'll be
no.
happy just to win a race this season.
Well, maybe Bathurst. That's your last chance.
I hope this Lambo's quick there.
All right. Well,
I'd like to congratulate Jamie and a shout out to Gaz. His mum just passed away. Just send my condolences.
yeah, she did,
Yeah, I hope
unfortunately.
he's
So
doing well.
yeah. Shout out to Gaz. I hope he's doing all right. All right. Well, thanks, Vic. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Next round. Sorry, next round. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, next round.
Jamie, are you there?
Hello, Nick.
My man. Whoa, that was dominating, dude. That was. I don't think I've seen a performance like that in Brews ever in my time that I'm commentating. Walk us through it. You were the lap times were completely. You were just wiping the floor with Vic tonight. Walk us through it. What were you thinking? And give us the rundown.
Well, firstly, thanks, and thanks, Vic, as well. It was just, it's a dangerous track like we were talking about in last week in the commentary, and I'm sure you were again tonight.
Yeah.
There's very little margin for error, so it was just processing everything that I'd learned in a couple of practice races that we'd done, and so I knew where to avoid, and I kind of knew where I could push and get away with it, and then it's just getting the tyres in the right window. So I was fortunate that I didn't have to push so much that I put my tyres at risk of a puncture or the loss of pressure. So I was able to just keep it just within bounds, but still keeping good temperature and heat into the tyres.
And so, because Vic, he said he might have suffered a slow puncture, so you were kind of cautious of that as well tonight?
Yeah, because a couple of the corners, it can happen very innocuously. So even taking what you think is a decent amount or like an acceptable amount of curb, you'll look at your right rear and go, well, why is it under 27? I don't remember going off when really, some of the curbs here are a little bit sharp, I guess, for want of a better word.
Yep.
But yeah, as Vic said, probably benefited from a favourable BOP in the Ferrari around here. But having said that, this is probably my best track, and I look forward to it anytime we do race here. So,
if I was as quick at this track, I'd look forward to it as well.
But I know that payback will be on the cards next week with Vic because the tables turn there, and then Slambo as well. They're both. Much quicker than me there, so if I'm anywhere within the same lap as them, then maybe I'll count that as a win.
All right, well we'll see. We'll see if the tables turn and how you're feeling. You're in a pretty strong position for the championship moving into the last round in a couple of weeks at Bathurst. How you feeling about it?
Yeah, a few points in the bag or on hand, is nice. So there'll be a little bit less pressure there. But at the same time, me and Vic and Slambo, us three in particular, we live to race each other pretty much and have it close. And whoever wins, the best man wins, and then you have a laugh and joke about it. So yeah, it's a shame that we're, at least with Vic, not going down to the wire, and Slambo's struggled a little bit in some of the races. Maybe the Audi wasn't the quickest in some of the circuits, and he had a bit of bad luck as well. So yeah, it is what it is, and we'll try and put on a good show again next week. Sorry, I maybe didn't do that tonight.
Well, you robbed us again. You robbed us again of a battle between you and Vic, but no, it was a dominating performance. So obviously BOP Crashy Mate was in the chat, mentioned that as well, and Vic's brought it up too. So fair call to Crashy, and good spot by him. But to you, Jamie, congratulations, mate. Awesome win back to back. And we've got one more to go before we wrap it up. So congratulations and thanks.
Cheers, Nick.
Cheers.
And I just want to give this one to Gaz and Gaz's mum. So hope this has given him some enjoyment in a difficult time. So thinking of you guys.
Yeah, I think that's those sentiments would be echoed by everyone across the league for Gaz as well. So I hope he's doing well. All right. I don't think I could get Slambo on the line as well. Let me.
I think he jumped in the other chat with the Death Roller.
With who? The Death Roller. Who's the Death Roller?
Eagle Wind.
The Death. Yet to be confirmed if it's Death Roller or not. Where is he? No, I can't see him. I don't think I'm friends with him. All right. Well, maybe we'll just. Or could one of you invite him in? Is that possible?
Yep. 1 sec.
We'll see if we can get him. Might as well. Just bear with us, everyone. We're just working it out right now.
Yeah, I sent it. Hopefully he sees it. There we go.
Here we go. He's here. Slambo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
G'day, mate.
Congratulations, P3. You started in P3. You had a couple of little good scraps there throughout the race. Give us a quick rundown of how you went tonight. And did you run out of fuel at the end there?
Yes, I did. Obviously, with Jamie's pace, we did an extra lap tonight than we did in practice.
Yeah.
Luckily, I noticed a few laps to go. I was like, oh, I'm going to run out of gas.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just wasn't feeling it tonight. Just don't know. Just didn't have the pace. I got my pressures wrong. I think the race started hotter than it did in practice.
Yeah, it did.
Mm.
I got mine all messed up too.
Just
I think
wasn't feeling
I think track temperature was about 29 degrees at one stage as well.
I think it's supposed to start at 29, but it must have been higher.
Okay.
It started at 31 today.
Yep. All right. There you go. Yep.
And that just sort of set the race for me. Just didn't feel like just wasn't on it.
Okay.
And then watching the other two boys in front drive away wasn't,
Yeah. And you had a good little scrap with Javar there for a bit as well.
Yeah, stuffed at my pit stop as well. I went past the pit board and then turned the car off, and then obviously it didn't pull me back, so I just started up, reverse.
That'd be 2 weeks in a row for you, wouldn't it? With the pit stop
Yep.
issues.
Yep.
Okay. Well, for someone who wasn't feeling it tonight, I think you did pretty well considering you took home P3. So definitely not an effort to be sneezed at. And you think you can turn the tables a little bit on Jamie and Vic next round for Bathurst?
I hope so. Yeah, I like Bathurst, so I normally do all right there.
Okay.
Yeah, Jamie's in a league of his own at the moment, and
Yep.
congrats to him and Vic.
Yep.
And Javar, yeah, he was giving me a good battle there in that race too.
Yeah, he was in a few scraps tonight. It was worth a while to watch the stream back. He went pretty good. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. I'll let you go because I know it's quite late over where you are at the moment. So, I'll let you get back to it.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Cheers. All right, that is everyone. Thanks for everyone for joining as well in the post-race. Much appreciated. That is it for round 4 at Brands Hatch. As mentioned, we'll move on to Bathurst for round 5, the final round of season 6. Next week, we're going to kick it off with the PS4 boys. It's going to be... my cohorts will be back. My co-commentators will be back, which will be good. It'll be Jamie and Adman joining me as well for PS4, and then we'll wrap up the season the week following. So until then, everyone, thank you for joining in with the proceedings this evening. Crashy Mate was in there. Fiona Arrogance was in there. We even had Kim was in there. Adman. Pesky was in there as well tonight. Who else? Andrali. Was Rigsy in there at one stage? I can't remember. Even Exo made an appearance, so it was nice to hear from him. So, yeah, thank you to one and all. Thank you for joining us as well. So, next week, next Tuesday, same time, same channel. Until then, take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay safe. We'll play you the little outro video, and then we'll get out of here. Bye-bye.